Well, good morning and happy Tuesday and welcome to another weekly vlog. If you're new around here, my name is Blair Lamb. I make videos about all the different parts of my life. I am very excited today because one of my favorite book series just got a new installment as of midnight last night. So the Fourth Wing series, or it's really called the Empyrean series, just got the third book last night. It's called Onyx Storm. So starting at the beginning of January, I did my third reread of the first book, which is called Fourth Wing, and my second reread of the second book, which is called Iron Flame. And I downloaded Onyx Storm this morning, and I am ready to get into it. I'll just show you my setup. I put like a comfortable chair right in front of the fire. I lit a big fire, I lit some candles. I actually worked late yesterday so that I could read for at least the morning this morning at home and just like dive into this book because I'm so excited about it. I have loved these books ever since they came out, like very much so. This is available in my shop if you are also a Fourth Wing fan. Best Guy at War College, and let me see if I can show you that Andarna actually is in gold shimmer ink. It's like perfection. But yeah, this is available in my shop and a couple of other Fourth Wing inspired designs as well. So make sure to check those out. So Riley just left to drop the kids at school and I just got myself pulled together for the day. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. The fire is catching right now, so I have a cozy fire to sit in front of and read. And that's what I'm gonna do for at least a few hours, is just dive into this book that I have been anticipating so highly. I am looking forward to it so much. I really can't wait to see. I think my heart might be broken at parts, but it literally always is in this series. So we'll just have to see. But anyway, good morning and welcome to my Tuesday. Here's my little setup. We've got a fire going, we've got candles going. I've got my cozy chair. Let me tilt you down. You're on a tripod right now. I've got an iced coffee, some water, a big blanket, and Onyx Storm. And I am so excited and so ready to dive into this book. It's later now. It is about 8 or 8:30, I think. 8:23 p.m. The kids are both asleep in bed and I just finished cleaning up the kitchen and wiping down the countertops. I started the dishwasher. You may be able to hear that. I folded a load of laundry. I got the kids' clothes set out for the morning. Just all the normal things that I do every night before bed. I did all of those things just now. I did get to read for quite a while today, which was really fun. I've never done that. I've never specifically planned to like read for most of the day, and now I'm thinking I need to do that maybe like once a month because it was the most relaxing activity I've done in a very long time. So I've gotten about 35% through the book, so a little more than a third of it. It's an 800-page book, so it's hefty. And so far, I've really enjoyed it. By the end of this weekly vlog, almost for sure, I will have finished the book so I can share more thoughts then. And I'll either say spoiler alert if I'm going to share like bits of information, or I'll just share overall thoughts about the book. But it's very good. It definitely has my attention. So I am, now that the kids are in bed and all my evening stuff is done, I did go up to my office this afternoon for a little while. So I probably read for 4 or 5 hours, and then I went to my office to get some work done, and then the kids came home and we did, dinner as a family and bedtime and all that. And so now I'm thinking I can get back into reading a little more. So I'm looking forward to that. But it's been a very fun launch day for me. Still wearing my sweatshirt. It's very comfortable. I gifted the first 2 books in the series to my sister-in-law for Christmas because obviously the third book had not been released yet. And I dropped off this sweatshirt to her yesterday, and she said she's been wearing it all day, and like it's fun to have someone who in my real day-to-day life who's also super excited about this, because I think she's the only one in my real life that's excited about it. Online here, I know there's a whole cohort, a whole amazing group of people on here who also love Fourth Wing, but in my real life, we're at none, but now I have actually both of my sisters-in-laws have read it and loved it. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Well, I'm gonna go read actually, and then go to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Hello, it is Wednesday now, and I just came home from the gym. Frog in my throat, I'm sorry. And took a shower, and I am going to answer some emails and do a few things here at home. I am waiting on Riley to finish screen printing and embroidering the garments that I need to ship out the next batch of orders. So I'm just gonna work from home today, and I have some laundry I'm gonna do like while I'm at home and things like that. And then once I get that done, I actually already lit a fire in the fireplace just to enjoy while I'm doing some chores, and my computer is right next to it so I can enjoy the heat when I'm working on it. And then once I'm done with that, I'm hoping to maybe sneak in another hour of reading time or so before I go pick up the kids this afternoon. So that is what I'm up to today. I'm actually really hungry. That workout was insane. Sometimes when I'm working out, normally I work out for an hour, like it's almost exactly 60 minutes, but sometimes it goes long. Sometimes it goes short, but usually not. Usually it's fully 60 minutes. Today it was an hour and a half. So most of that was working out, and then the last like 15 minutes was deep stretching, which always feels so good, but like my body is tired now and I'm hungry and I'm ready to refuel. So that's what I'm gonna do. But good morning, happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. I have this time lapse here of packing orders, and I had Nora up with me at my office, and I thought I would chat with you instead of just playing music since it is a couple minutes long. So I was packing orders. You can see visually when I am busy because it is usually just a little bit of a disaster zone, as you can see by the stacks of boxes that are behind me. I actually did move them to the front room, and then I'm going to break them down here in the next couple of days. It's always the constant boxes are just always an issue for me because it's the way that we transport, a whole bunch of garments back and forth between, it's how we get them from our supplier, and then Riley adds the screen printing or the embroidery, and then they have to get moved over to my workspace here at my office. And so they're just getting moved all around. You've got to have boxes for that. But anyway, some good news in my work world is that I have a new assistant perspective. So back when I hired my very first assistant, it was a sweet woman named Hannah. She was a sweet woman named Hannah, and she ended up moving away. So we had to say goodbye, and she's moving back to the area. So she's actually going to start back up with me. And I am so grateful for that because she and I worked super well together. She was so, so, so great at helping me and just jumping in, and she really had a knack for it. And so if you hear my kids in the background right now, it's because I'm doing this voiceover on a Saturday, which was a mistake, but it is what it is. So she will be moving back to our area here in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to get together for coffee and talk through what the job description will look like. It's going to be similar to what her experience with me was the last time. It's just that this time it definitely has changed, but it's similar. It's just not as, the volume is more now, but similar in terms of packaging and managing the office, helping me with things like breaking down boxes, like doing inventory. I would love for her help with social media for sure. So I'm really looking forward to that. That is something that has been on my mental to-do list now for quite a while. And I have just been putting it off because it's hard to find someone that I trust and that I really enjoy being around to work with a lot. And she gets my business. When I first called her and said, hey, I saw online that you're moving back. Like, are you looking for anything? Because I'm looking for someone. She was like, yes. And she was like, and I know that you'll need extra help around Black Friday and around this and that. And I was like, yes, girl, I sure will. So what I'm hoping is that long term, she can really, really be a big help to me. I know that she will be, and she can have like a key to my office, and she can, when I'm out of town, she can come up and she can help me pack orders while I'm, out of town, like just to step in so that I don't feel like I'm the only one getting things done. I feel like it could be just a beautiful partnership. So we are working out the details of that now because she hasn't moved back, and when I was working with her before, she was just newly married, but now she has a couple kids. So we've got a lot to figure out, but I am so excited to work with her again. I am making dinner right now. My Kindle is never far away. I'm trying to sneak in a few pages every chance that I can get. So this is one of my favorite easy weeknight meals that's kicked up a notch, just spaghetti. So I take a jar of Rao's, I forget how the proper pronunciation is. I always just say Rao's. I think it's Rao's. Marinara sauce or whatever I have on hand. And so first I put a little olive oil on the bottom. I dice up an onion and some garlic, and I saute that in the olive oil, and then I add in my ground beef, a pound of it. I brown it, and then I add the jar of sauce, and then I add about half a block of cream cheese, and it just makes it, like you can see, it's a little more like orange than red. It just makes it have this really delicious creamy taste. It's so good. We had our friends over a few weeks ago and served this, and everybody got seconds. The kids love it. Adults love it. I like to serve it with penne pasta, but we're out, so I'm just using spaghetti. So that's cooking over there. But this is just like, you can just do it without the cream cheese, without the onion, without any of it. But this makes it taste, I think, like really good. And the leftovers are amazing. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. It's a little after 6 p.m. now. I'll probably pop some garlic bread in the oven as well. And then that'll be our evening, and then I'll come back to this. Well, hello, it's Friday now. I didn't check in at all yesterday on Thursday for a few different reasons. It was just a day I was just swept up in the day. But since we last talked, I did finish my book, Onyx Storm, and I loved it. 5 stars for sure. And I'm so excited to read the 4th one, but I think it's going to be maybe like a year or 2 years before the 4th one comes out. So it's going to be a long wait, but it was just such a great book. I need to reread it. There were so many details that I feel like I missed that I'd like to reread, but I'm going to give myself a quick break. I just started The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. So far, super good. My January is shaping up to be like just great books all the way around. I'm up in my office right now, I'm sure you can tell, and I worked out this morning, had a really good hard workout this morning. I'm up at my office getting a bunch of orders packaged before the weekend, and that is what I'm up to. I do want to mention my friend Hannah Olson, we've been online friends now since maybe 2016. It's really sweet. Like, we exchanged Christmas cards, and we've just become like real friends, even though we've never been in the same place at the same time. The internet is really cool that way. And she has 3 little ones, and she's just a really cool person. I really, really like her. And she has this really cool course online called the Present Mama Playbook. And it is so great. I went through the whole course a year or 2 ago, and it really, really helped me at that stage of motherhood. In particular, I was so overwhelmed every single day because I had my kids super close together. And so I basically had 2 little babies. Like, I had a 1-year-old and a brand new 3-year-old, and they were just so young and so needy. And I look back at pictures of that time, and it's like Colin was always big for his age and Nora was always little for her age. So they look not that far apart, and they weren't. And I just think, how did I do it? And one of the tools that helped me so much was this course, the Present Mama Playbook. And I just want to tell you about it because it's only open for enrollment sometimes. It's not rolling enrollment because she really invests in the moms who join the course. And then after the course, you know, closes out, after the enrollment period closes out, you're not able to then join it, so that she can really pour into the people who have joined during the enrollment period, if that makes sense. I just put up the course on my computer so I can tell you a bit more about it. So it is extensive. I mean, I have been wanting to put together an online course, and the barrier for me has been the amount of time that it will take to get it together, and she has poured the time into this course. So she has 7 modules, and each one has multiple parts. And the modules are systems that streamline homemaking, parenting, productivity, mindsets. Then there's another one on parenting. It's a part 2. Then there's another one on systems that streamline. It's part 2 on homemaking, productivity. Did I already say that one? And then another one on parenting. So I swear I hear Hannah's voice in my head so many times when I'm in a tough moment with my children. She has a background in education. She worked as an educator for a while before she retired, or at least went into quasi-retirement to have her kids. And now she is a full-time mom and homeschools. And she's just really sharp, really smart. And her suggestions are not emotional. Her suggestions are very, very practical. And she gives you these practical tools and tips. Like, there are certain little phrases that she suggests using in moments with your children that help me so much, because it's something that I can really wrap my hands around and use in my day-to-day life rather than like a philosophy. It's specific things to do with your kids in order to have productive days and manage your home well, manage your time well, all of it. She is a believer, so all of her content comes from that point of view, but you could totally utilize what she shares in this course regardless of what religion you subscribe to or what you believe. I'm just saying that if you are a Christian mom, I think that you would especially appreciate it because she does come from that point of view. So it's so good, y'all. It is so good. I actually asked her to resend me my subscription to this playbook because it's so useful. And since it's been a couple of years since I've gone through, I did the entire course. Since it's been a couple of years, I am going to do it all again and listen through to it. And so it's videos, it's coursework. She has just different community modules online for you to kind of plug in. It's really extensive. It's really helpful. So if you are in that place where I still am sometimes, but I specifically was a couple of years ago, where your head is spinning every day before you even open your eyes, I really think that this would be super helpful for you. Because Hannah knows, because I've told her that I got so much out of the course and we've been friends online for all this time, she is offering my viewers here a coupon code. So if you just use my name at checkout, just BLAIR, you'll get 10% off this Present Mama Playbook course. And so if that's something that would be interesting to you, I will leave links below. The enrollment period is ending soon. So if you want to enroll, I think it ends on January 30th. So it's open now, yes, and it closes on January 30th. So by the time this video is live, you just have a few days. So go ahead and enroll if you want to join. I really recommend it. I genuinely recommend it. I don't mention things on here that I don't wholeheartedly love. And this is one of those tools that just pulled me out of the fog in a lot of ways. Highly recommend it. So thank you to Hannah for the special pricing for my people. So again, just use my code Blair for 10% off if you're interested. All right, I've got quite a few orders here to package, and this is not even all of them for today, so I've got to get going. The orders are just pouring in. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. When you have worked at a project, or however you want to word it, as long as I have, and I feel like I've finally come over onto the other side where my sales are consistent. Like every day I'm getting a solid number of sales, and that is such a blessing. I'm so grateful for that, to see my business have grown from a handful of sales a month to many sales every single day. Like, it's so fun. It's so cool. And there's more to say about that and the future of Blair Lamb design. But for now, I could just chat forever. I am going to go finish packing these orders, and then there is a Boba shop, a milk tea shop that opened relatively recently in our town that we keep meaning to go and check out, Riley and I. So I think we're gonna go check that out before we go grab the kids from school, because that sounds like a fun little date and I'm excited to check it out. So that's what's going on this Friday. Back to packing a whole bunch of orders with my headphones in. As always, I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
I don't know how to do it.
You just stab it.
Hard?
Yeah.
Stir it up or no?
Looks so good. We actually both got brown sugar milk tea boba. Cheers. This is so insanely delicious. We got the same thing. I just got a bigger size because I was more thirsty or something. I don't know. What do you think?
Loved it. I should have gotten the bigger one.
It's so good.
But also they're about to introduce coffee, like a whole coffee line. So
yeah, he's cleaning it and getting it ready. He said every single thing in there is made in-house.
Really good.
All this stuff. So good.
It's like a lot of good stuff. I want to try so many of those flavors.
Me too. In the summer.
Yeah.
They had all these like fruity ones.
There's chill in there.
Yeah, chill vibes. This is not great lighting, but I just got to the nail salon and I'm gonna get a pedicure. I just took a shower after we went to the Boba tea shop, which was incredible. It was absolutely delicious. I went home, took a shower because I hadn't showered after I went to the gym this morning, and changed into some comfy, clean clothes. And as I was getting dressed, I realized that my feet are rough, quite literally. And so I thought, well, I haven't had a pedicure since it's been warm weather. So it's been a solid like 5 or 6 months. So I'm gonna go get a quick pedicure before I pick up the kids, and then we'll just spend the evening together. Riley's going out with a couple of his guy friends this evening, so he won't be around, but me and the kids will have a good night, and then you know, he'll be home probably like 8 or 9. They're going a little early because there's kids, you know, a lot of kids between the 3 of them. So you got to make sure that you're home, you know, before it gets too late. So I'm going to go. I'm bringing my book because I'm in the middle of reading. And so I'm going to bring that in my purse and pull my hair. And I got my phone. And I think that's all I need. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't had a pedicure in a while. Hello, it is almost like 9:30 or 10. I was gonna say almost 10, but I think it's 9:41 at night. I actually just got the kids down. They went down really late because I ended up going over to my friend's house this evening because her husband was not at home either, and so we ended up getting together to do dinner with our kids together, and that was really great. But when I was backing out of her driveway, my kids were asking for different things. One of them wanted gum. One of them, they're just asking me all these questions, and I was really distracted. And I backed my car up into a tree that's like lining my friend's driveway. And it did for as slow as I was backing up, it did some pretty significant damage. So I'm kind of just making that tomorrow's problem because I'm really tired right now. But it's dented. My taillight is shattered. Like, it hit it just right. Like I think it was like a crepe myrtle. So it has like all those branches, and it was like one that it really hit it just right. So that was alarming. And not a really great way to end the day, but there's nothing to be done until tomorrow when I can like see it in the daylight and assess with Riley. I haven't even told him yet because he's he's actually about to be home in the next like 10 minutes or so. But he's, one of my favorite things about him is that he's just like such a life happens kind of person. And so I know that when I tell him, he'll be like, well, that stinks. And then we'll just like get it taken care of. Like he would never like yell at me or lecture me, or like, he knows I don't want to do, you know, I just love that about him, that I'm never like afraid to tell him something like that, because he's not going to freak out. He'll just be like, well, that's not great. And then we'll just tackle it. I did go, obviously you saw, to get a pedicure. It was really, really nice. And I read my book while I was there. The color that I got it was called Tropical Teal, and it was like a kind of like a peacocky kind of tealy blue color. It's not a color I would normally gravitate towards, but since it's wintertime and my toes are covered all of the time, I thought I would just try it. And I like it. I don't think that it would be like my top pick during the summer or spring, or, you know, anytime my toes were showing, but I like it. I'm glad I tried something different. So that's all of that. I am really, really tired. I want to do some dishes. I don't know what you can see. Our kitchen's not that bad because we didn't eat dinner here. We were over at my friend's house, but I definitely there's definitely some dishes from the day that I would like to get done before tomorrow. So I'm going to do those and then get in pajamas and get in bed, and Riley should be home shortly and we can just put the house to sleep and go to sleep. And hopefully the kids sleep extra late because they went to bed extra late. They will not, but just here's to hoping. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello and happy Saturday. It is the morning time and I just got myself dressed and pulled together, and I decided to go ahead and curl my hair even though we don't have anything going on today, because church will be tomorrow morning and it will hold at least through tomorrow, so at least that's done. And I'm listening to the audiobook of Daisy Jones and the Six, which is an audiobook I bought like 6 to 8 months ago, and it's just been sitting in my Audible library waiting for me to actually listen to it. And it's gripped me. So I always am listening to something when I'm blow drying my hair. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and curl it because I can continue listening to my audiobook. I've also done like 3 loads of laundry while listening to it. I just checked because Amazon owns Audible, and they often run special promotions, and since I'm an Amazon affiliate, I have access to those promotions to share with you. So there's one right now where you get a 30-day free trial of Amazon Audible Audiobook Unlimited. So it seems to me that you are able to access unlimited audiobooks for 30 days, which is really nice. So you can go check that out. And then it said it's $7.95 a month after that. So that's pretty awesome. So anyway, I'll link that below in case you want to check it out. I have had a love-hate with audiobooks. This one is so well done because it's not quite graphic audio, which is also really fun to listen to, where they add in sound effects, they add in background noises, like all of that. It feels more like you're listening to a movie with no visual. But like Daisy Jones and the Six every character has a different voice, and the voice actors are so talented. I'm so blown away by their performances. It feels so natural. It feels like they're just just talking. It just is. It's really, really interesting. So I've really been enjoying it. It's just a fictional book about a band in like the 60s and 70s, I think, where is the time period. But I am just really loving it. And once I finish listening to the book, I'm going to watch the series, because there's also a TV series of it. And I'm gonna listen to the album. You know, they like created an album for the TV series based on the songwriting that's mentioned in the book. Anyway, highly recommend it if you're looking for a good audiobook to listen to. I have found that the audiobooks that are more performances are a lot more, they hold my attention a lot better. So when I was doing my reread of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame in preparation for Onyx Storm, I read Fourth Wing fully with just my eyes on my Kindle. And then when I got to Iron Flame, that book is denser. It's my least favorite of the 3. And I still love it, but it's it's not as easy, I don't think, for some reason for me. So I downloaded the graphic audio and it's so good. It is so, so good because they add footsteps and battle sounds and dragon sounds and wing flapping sounds and all of it. And it just like, it's so immersive. I really, really enjoyed it. So my like bangs are, they're not really bangs, but these pieces are shorter now because I just got a haircut and I'm just kind of like, okay. But this is the Shark styler, flex styler, and I literally love this tool. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. Thank you for following along. Make sure to check out the Present Mama Playbook that I will link below if you're interested in that. Also, my shop is 20% off for just a couple more days with the code LOVE20, so make sure to check that. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you have a really good week. Bye.